Hey everybody, this is Johnny D, and it is, I think we're close to midnight, and I wanted to get a shout out and a segment in on Jades Jigs, and I'll tell you why. Kind of keeping it soft here, but if you're in New Hampshire, freshwater fishing, pick up this book. It's free. You can get it at I got mine at the WM store, but you can get it anywhere. But it gives you a lot of the rules and stuff on fishing. It tells you when you can fish, what you can fish for, when it's safe to fish for them, during the spawn, there's limits, all kinds of, it's great information, right? And it's for New Hampshire Fishing Game. But in here, one of the major things, back several years ago, they came out with a ban on lead jigs. Now, a lot of people don't know that. And you go to your average store, lead is cheap. It's easy to melt. It's easy to mold. And everything is made of lead. But you cannot use anything up to an ounce that is lead in the state of New Hampshire. So save yourself a buck or two and follow those rules. So what happens after that? Then you start to go, oh, wow. If you have any old tackle, you might as well throw it out because it's probably lead. And it got me kind of looking for what's out there for non-lead jigs. And I came across Jades Jigs, and it was actually the in-fisherman. If you guys have ever watched fishing shows, in-fisherman, like Bassmasters, in-fisherman, these are all, staple fishing magazines, shows, or whatever. And they did a segment, and I had an opportunity to watch that. And they're out of Missouri. Joey and his wife, Katrina, it's a small business, so we're helping small businesses. And I was intrigued by their jigs, and what is neat is we have a lot of clear water, and we have it's a lot of clear water, and we have smallmouth bass, largemouth basses, and multiple different populations. But anyway, the smaller the presentation in clear water, it's kind of like somebody sneaking up on you across a big field. You can kind of see them coming. So they're easy, they spook easy, and this is a solution. So they make different types of jigs. I just bought a sampling of what I'm used to. These are quarter ounce jigs, packaged nicely. They came wrapped, double wrapped in a box. Claire, awesome. And these are what's called a jig, and what they do is they imitate. If anyone ever seen, if you've ever seen crayfish or crawfish or crawdads, anyway, they imitate a lot of bottom forage, and when they move across and you hop them or you use them, however you're going to use them, these kind of imitate that type of forage. And there's a plethora of colors, right? And what we're trying to do is what they call match the hatch. And what match the hatch means in any type of fishing means that you want to make your bait look like the bait that's in the area. So if you have orange bait, the fish are eating orange bait, then you want to try and get something that mimics that. And that's essentially what you're doing. Another cool, so these are made out of bismuth, which is lighter. It's 20% lighter than lead. So sometimes the heads on them might be a little bit bigger than what you're used to because it's a lighter weight metal, but it's safe. And with the loons and things like that, it doesn't affect them. If a fish, it doesn't pollute the waters, right? Another cool thing is this has got a double whisker. If you can see that, this helps protect your hook and kind of renders it weedless. So if it hits weeds and stuff like that, the weeds kind of deflect off of this double whisker is what it's called. All right. So anyway, I got some different, these are just some regular jig heads. These are 1/8 ounce, and black. And I got some red ones. And we got some called peanut butter and jelly. And we got some called black and blue. And we got some called the Smalley Slayers. And there's more. And you can even have custom, they'll even paint them custom for you. But I'm sticking with just some of the basics and got enough so that me and my son can go out and fish. Another presentation, and this is called a Ned rig. And this presentation here is uses a very light jig head and like a 2.5 to 2 3/4 style rubber bait. And you can either buy these, or if you have old rubber baits, you can actually cut them in half if you wanted to save some money. But they just basically thread right on the hook. And on the end, it's got this little barb that helps hold the piece of rubber in place. And all you're doing is matching the length of the hook. You thread it through, and that's it. And then that kind of skitters across the bottom. And there's a couple things that fish react to. They're either, something's in my way, I'm afraid, and they eat it, or they're hungry. So you got to do either one of the two. Drop it on their face and like, ah, and they eat it, or make it look like something they like to eat. But anyway, that's about 6 minutes tonight. We're definitely going to get into more about the fishing part of the fishing. But check them out, Jades Jigs. If you're looking for fishing tackle, now start stocking up, or you're going to use them under the ice. You can rig them for ice fishing as well. Non-lead. They're non-lead. And remember, pick up that book. Every state should have some type of guide. And if you go to your local fishing store, you should be able to find something similar, or online. All right? So thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Katrina. And everybody, check them out. And have a great night. Peace.